Sister expects family and friends to fund her baby and her wedding. This has been going on for many years and started off with my sister telling me she wanted to have kids. Up until then, she had always told me that she thinks her boyfriend would make a horrible dad. When she had told me they were thinking about having a baby, they had just bought an apartment and were apparently pretty tight on money. They also had just bought a $30,000 Mercedes two-seater, not really a family car. I said I'd be happy to be an aunt, but if she didn't think they should save up a bit, as kids are really expensive. She looked at me and said, "Why? Kids don't cost anything till at least primary school." I was baffled and asked where she got that from, and she answered the first couple of years family pays for everything. Not gonna happen. Our family consists of only my parents, my sister and me, and there's no way I fund her baby for 6 years. They didn't have a baby after all for another 5 years, but she was using this for making us feel bad all the time. Once she had said her dream was going on a trip to NY, but her boyfriend wouldn't set foot on a plane. So my mom and I talked about it and agreed on taking her to NY, and I told my sister a couple weeks after she had mentioned it. She got really mad, screaming at me how mean I was and how I could be so inconsiderate, because I knew she wanted a baby and can't go to NY pregnant. And after all, she denied having ever said she wanted to go to NY. Years later, they finally decided to get married. Still no baby, lol. She asked me to be her bridesmaid. Since our relationship has been deteriorating over the years, I wasn't too happy about it, but said yes for my mom's sake. It started right that minute. She said I would have to buy a book on how to be a bridesmaid, so I knew what I had to do. The book alone cost $30. Plus, when my mom told her she would take her to Nepal to buy a dress, what she had said was her dream couple years ago. She got upset and mad, saying that we should know she couldn't go into a store to buy a dress because of scars on her arms and that, of course, she had never said she wanted to go to Nepal. Well, the following weeks, she went dress shopping by herself into shops, trying them on, and sent a lot of pictures of her trying on dresses. So obviously, it was a lie. Furthermore, she expected all her guests to give them money as a wedding gift, which isn't too unusual. She, however, invited family, friend, co-workers, just anybody she knew or hardly knew, so she would get enough money to pay for the wedding. She literally said that guests have to pay for a wedding, and she wanted to have a 40-week wedding with everything you can think of. I didn't feel welcome at all, knowing she just wanted money and that a certain amount was expected. Fortunately, I didn't have to bother in the end, cause I finally broke contact with her after all those years of lying and bad-mouthing my parents and me with her husband's family. She was bad-mouthing them with us as well all the time, saying her SIL was a drug addict. As far as I know, the wedding took place and they had a baby. She doesn't have any friends because she treated them the same way she treated us. The only people she has left are members of his family that she always said she doesn't like. But even from his family, there are people that want nothing to do with her anymore. Still makes me sad, as I always thought of her as my best friend, and I really wanted to be an aunt to her children someday. But after finding out what she was saying about me, I would be a bad aunt and wouldn't be allowed near her children, saying the same about my parents, etc. I'm glad I finally have the guts to say this is enough.